This is a presentation on excluded values by Mathematically Marcia. Okay, if you try to divide a number by 0, it is undefined. You can't do it, and you cannot have a 0 in the denominator of a fraction. So excluded values are numbers that will cause the denominator of our fraction to be 0, or to make the fraction undefined. In this case, we have an x in the bottom, or in the denominator. So our excluded value is 0. X cannot equal 0 because that would give me 16 over 0, which is undefined. If you took a calculator and tried to do 16 divided by 0, you would get an error because it does not work. So our excluded value is x cannot or does not equal 0. In this example, we have a 2x in the denominator. So we say 2x does not equal 0. And you solve this inequality the same way you would an equation. Get x by itself, divide by 2. 0 divided by 2 is still 0. So x does not equal 0 is the excluded value. Okay, in this example we have x plus 7 in the denominator. So x plus 7 cannot equal 0. And then to get x by itself, we subtract 7 from both sides. So x does not equal negative 7. So negative 7 is our excluded value. All right, in this example, we have two factors in the denominator. So x minus 3 cannot equal 0, and x plus 6 cannot equal 0. So in this first one, we add 3 to both sides. So x does not equal 3. Over here, we subtract 6 from both sides. So x does not equal negative 6. So x cannot equal 3 or negative 6 are your excluded values. Okay, when our denominator is in expanded form, we need to factor it before we can determine what the excluded values are. So we'll keep x plus 7, leave that alone. And then x squared minus 5x plus 6. A times c would be 6. You've got 1 times 6. Actually, we need to do negatives because b is negative. Then negative 2 times negative 3, that's the one that works. So x minus 2, x minus 3 are the two factors. Now we can use those to find our excluded values. X minus 2 cannot equal 0. So we add 2 to both sides. X cannot equal 2. And then x minus 3 cannot equal 0. So we add 3. So x cannot equal 3. So x cannot equal 2 or 3. 2 and 3 are your excluded values. Okay, once again, our denominator is in expanded form. Our numerator is too, but we're not really worried about the numerator right now. It has no effect on excluded values. So let's factor our denominator. You have a, which is 2, times c, which is negative 15. So that would be negative 30. Now our signs need to be different, and b is positive, so the larger is positive. So negative 1 times 30. Negative 2 times 15. Negative 3 times 10. That's the one that adds to 7. So we have 2x minus 3 and 2x plus 10. Right here is where we need to divide by 2. So 2x minus 3 and x plus 5. Okay, a little bit. So now we have x squared minus 7x plus 12. And then in the denominator, 2x minus 3 and x plus 5. So our excluded values, 2x minus 3 cannot equal 0. X plus 5 cannot equal 0. And now let's solve. Here we add 3 to both sides. So 2x cannot equal 3. Divide by 2. Now that division turns into a fraction bar. So x cannot equal 3 halves. Over here, subtract 5. X cannot equal negative 5. So x cannot equal 3 halves or negative 5. Okay, another example. Let's factor our denominator. And this is a difference of squares. So let's copy our numerator here. So the square root of 9x squared would be 3x. The square root of 5y squared would be 5y. So 3x plus 5y, 3x minus 5y. All right, now to find our excluded values. 3x plus 5y cannot equal 0. And 3x minus 5y cannot equal 0. So subtract 5y. 3x cannot equal negative 5y. Divide by 3. And again, that division turns into a fraction. So negative 5y over 3. Over here we add 5y. So 3x does not equal 5y. Divide by 3. So in that one we get x does not equal 5y over 3. So x does not equal plus or minus 5y over 3. If you thought this video was helpful, please hit the like button below. Also, I look forward to hearing your questions or comments or requests for future videos. If you need further instruction with the factoring, I do have a whole set of videos on factoring for you. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel below. Thank you for watching.